Alright guys, Paul back here again with another replica belt review, overview video, whatever you want to call it. In this one we're going to be taking a look at one of my favourite tag team belt designs of all time. This is a fully re-leathered 2003 adult-sized WWE Raw World Tag Team Championship replica belt. That was the name of it, right? Yeah. Fuck. This belt has also been re-leathered by me and comes in a slightly different size strap now than it did as standard. I made it a little bit more TV accurate to the style that I prefer. So it has a 2x5 snap box on either side, and obviously real leather is vastly different to any of the plastic simulated straps. And if you want to know what's inside a simulated leather strap, check out my previous video a few weeks back of cutting open what is inside of WWE replica belt straps. Check it out if you haven't. Right, let's talk about the belt. Like I said, this is the 2mm version of these replica belts, so the detail on the plates it's as good as it can be for 2mm. You can kind of see the in-depth details there of the floral of the wrestlers, even on the side plates. It's not amazing. It's not what you would expect on belts in 2021. Like the 2020 US belt is insane. This obviously isn't going to be as good as that. It's a 20-year-old belt almost, and this particular one does have quite a lot of scratches, as you might be able to tell. Right, let's get into it. I will talk about the strap just a little bit. Like I mentioned though, this is a real leather strap done by me, so it's not the strap that came as standard on the belt. So, like I mentioned, real leather. With a good real leather, you're going to get a really flexible belt, and of course it's got the Jamar style 2x5 snapbox stamp with the kind of floral border, and on the other side you'll see my signature there, just to certify it's a strap done by myself. Continuing past the snap box, obviously you have the camouflage style tooling. This continues all the way from the left hand male snap box onto the right hand side here with the female snap box, which similarly to the other side is a 2x5 snap box and just identical. I like giving straps symmetry, and the Ruthless Aggression belts, a lot of them had the 2x5 snap boxes at one point. This particular belt had both actually throughout its run. It had a 2x8 and a 2x5, and then it swapped to a 2x5 on both sides, and then it was a really long, I think it had a 2x8 on both sides when Big Show and Kane held it maybe. So, something along those lines. The leather changed a lot, but this personally is my favourite style, and it's kind of the shortened style, which I think personally looks best on these style of belts. I should also mention this belt does come with a Jeff Hardy nameplate, which is quite cool. It came with that when I bought it, so obviously it's staying in place. Jeff Hardy, one of probably the more popular wrestlers to have held this belt. Right, we will take a look at the back of this belt. I'll just cover up the plates with some foam there so they don't get damaged. And obviously, as you can see on the back of this belt, beautiful smooth leather backing covering up all the plates, all the screws for the plates I should say, as well as the nameplate screws. So I've modified this belt. Previously, the nameplates that came as standard would unscrew from the back via these two screws. I changed that. Obviously it's got a custom nameplate on it, so it now does unscrew from the front via these two screws here. Other than that, the back of the belt is just lovely, honestly. The smooth black leather backing just looks really good. Real leather. If you want it to be like the belts on TV and fold literally like that, all you have to do is kind of handle the belt. What was this? Jesus. All you have to do is handle the belt like they did on TV. Obviously don't throw it around like Steve Austin did, but you can obviously see the flexibility of a real leather strap is pretty crazy right off the bat. So really happy with this one. Really pleased with this. I should mention, actually, I forgot to mention, this is also re-stoned. I swapped out the plastic stones for real Swarovski crystals, just the 4 of them on this particular belt. This one actually did come with a missing stone, so I had to change the stones anyway, but the Swarovskis are a nice improvement. Big upgrade on the plastic stones. Right, other than that, I'm not sure what there is really to talk about. I've gone over pretty much the detail on the plates. This particular one has quite a few scratches, which is to be expected. The paintwork looks pretty decent. The paintwork is certainly better on these older belts than it is on the newer belts, as you'll probably be familiar. A lot of the newer belts, the swooshes on the network logos, the UK belt, all the black paint comes off. It's crazy. So that's one thing they had a lot better back in the day of 2003 when this replica was produced. But right, that's pretty much all there is to talk about this belt. So, that being said, thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comment section below, did you prefer this or did you prefer the blue SmackDown WWE tag belt? Personally, only just, but I preferred the SmackDown version. I was always a SmackDown kid. The original SmackDown 6, what an era of SmackDown, what an era of WWE. Now it's just shit, so yeah. But that being said, that hurt. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, like it, give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up that people have been putting on my more recent videos have genuinely helped. The reach of my videos is exploding thanks to all of you that support the videos, so I genuinely do appreciate it. My back's really sore right now, so subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Cheers.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, and if you want to get one of the greatest belts made for you, go to Paulmartinbelts. That's right, sucker.